Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm your host, Albert, and you are listening to another episode of The Rim Break, where the goal of this podcast is to press on the brakes on life and appreciate some of the businesses around us. This is a point 0.5 episode, and that means we are learning about the business theory and management side of Upright today. And we're going to dig a little deeper on the business theory side and from management to sustainability to company culture. And today we have a very special guest because it is our very first guest episode. And we are joined today with the legend, Adam Hayes, a fellow entrepreneur and Upright Go user. Would you like to introduce yourself, Adam?
With my broken bell. Hi, everybody. I am a huge fan of the Rim Break. It is such an honor to be the first guest. I am currently going to be riding my bike through the rain for everyone. That's how dedicated I am to the show.
That's awesome. I'm inside on the trainer. Yeah.
Smart man.
Yeah. How is the weather? Is it like pouring right now, or are there cars trying to hit you? What is the scenery?
So it's actually no cars have tried to hit me so far. So far so good. But it is like, it is pouring rain right now.
Oh wow.
So it's like the type of rain where my eyes are closed.
Oh,
so,
dang.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel that, man.
But I'm going to be biking by cow fields, and it'll be a nice situation. So let's do this.
Awesome. I'm super stoked. Let's get this recorded so you can try off. So I'll just give you a quick recap of the business. So the founder and CEO was Udud Cohen. He saw himself and his mother. They had a habit of slouching, and they tried everything on the market. But the products that were out on the market only relieved the symptoms of back pain. And then Upright Technologies, the company that he started, takes it to the source and aims to strengthen the back muscles day by day, eventually making it a good habit for good posture. And their take on it was a small device that you stick on your back, and it buzzes every time you hunch over or hunch a little bit too far forward. And their first product was Upright Pro. This product was aimed at professionals like physical therapists and chiropractors. And the Upright Go is their most current product that is aimed for the masses. Some unique findings were the Upright Go is currently being studied by Columbia University. Brief summary of the study is that this is a randomized control study to determine if patients between the ages of 18 through 50 years with posture-related low back pain who use Upright device demonstrate improved pain control and self-perception of posture compared to those given standard ergonomic instructions. And they currently have 45 participants enrolled. The actual study start date was February 8th, 2018. And the estimated primary completion date is August 2019. And the estimated study completion date is September 2019. So we currently do not have any medical information on if this works or does not work. Another interesting thing I found was that under individual participant data, their IPD sharing statement says that there's a yes or no criteria for these questions, and the one that sticks out to me the most are studies a USDA or US FDA regulated device, and it says yes. I'm not sure what that means. And another question is device product not approved or cleared by US FDA. So I think it's not FDA approved. I understand that one, but not the first one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And we are going to jump into just like the leadership. I mean, it's a pretty small company. There's around 45 employees. They're based out of Israel. As you said in the last podcast, Cohen Odin had quite the background living from country to country, Uganda to Israel to Kenya to Thailand. He was, or from trying to learn more about him, it's pretty difficult because there's very little information on him. He tends to be pretty low key, and the startup doesn't have that much information around them either. But that's probably because they're working on the startup. And I think he actually is a pretty good CEO. I mean, he's hired 45 people, and they have jobs, so.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Some major changes in the company was they have a pretty successful Kickstarter campaign raising $1.1 million with 13,350 backers.
That's pretty
and
successful.
That's a lot of people. And they had they recently had their 200th user. So.
200th user?
Yeah, 200,000th user. You're an early adopter, man.
I'm an early adopter, man. No one even knows what we're talking about here.
So just that's all I had for the notes for today. So it's just listen to the first one. There's a lot. Basically the same thing, but yeah. Do you have any thoughts on their super summarized history and leadership?
Well, so something that I wasn't sure of was, so when I first saw the product, it was on like Apple's website, or I think it was like connected to Apple in some way. Is that true that it's like they were bought out by Apple or something?
Well, they probably have it on their website, but I'm not sure if they were bought out by Apple or not.
Ah, interesting. Well, it does seem like a really good company, and I would believe it would be connected to Apple. Like the whole like unboxing of the product was very impressive. It kind of has that same like Apple feel where it's like a delight to open it.
Yeah.
And it's like they really focus on that experience there. So it's
it's just super good unboxing.
Yeah. It's a really sleek product. It's like the app is pretty minimalist. There's not much you can do besides, what you really need to.
Mhm.
So I think they have the company just has like a good philosophy for design.
Definitely. And so I didn't really answer any other questions. I just wanted to do this interview. So this is my favorite part of the podcast where we get to learn about the customer experience. And today we have Adam, and he is a Upright Go user. So I have some questions for you, Adam.
Yeah, let's
question number one. Yeah, let's do it, man. Where did you first hear about the Upright Go?
In my dreams. So I had bad posture probably since, maybe middle school. So the first time I ever was encountered by the Upright Go was before, I think was like an invention in my head. When I was in high school, I had wished that there was something that did this. So then fast forward years later, I wasn't the person that did it, but there was, I think it must have been a targeted Facebook ad or something. How does that work? Did they use a Google did they use some algorithm on Facebook photos and saw bad posture? I don't know. But anyway,
yeah, they probably have that.
They're like, this guy needs this product. So it's going from lifelong suffering of bad posture, and it, for me, with being advertised this, it kind of felt like it's a weird thing to want to accept to do and to tell people about. But ultimately, it's a I've really enjoyed my experience using it so far.
Nice. I'm glad to hear. Nice. It sounds like a really interesting upbringing with your user experience.
It's like I wish this thing in existed.
In high school.
Yeah, I know. And then it's like, finally.
So, well, why did you want to try it out? You saw the device, they picked your brain on a Facebook ad or something, and they're like, yeah, this kid wants it, and why did you want it? Because you could have thought like, oh, that's kind of silly, but they sold it to you, so.
On my 2019 bucket list, I have 2 things on it. One is have a beard, and number 2 is have good posture. So,
why a beard? That's an interesting bucket list.
Okay. I don't understand the question. Why a beard? That doesn't. What do you mean?
So,
of course.
I mean, I can't grow a beard, but so I've never had any interest in it. But why?
Yeah, that's almost better because I can grow like 7/10 of a beard. So it's like, you know, you never try and I try and fail. So it's like, you probably have the better end on that. Beard because, you know, why not, man? Because one day I want to have like a gray beard. You know what I mean? I want to have like, I want to look like Santa Claus when I'm older.
Oh, nice. They kept them good.
Yeah. And and then the why posture is because, yeah, I've been struggling with that, my entire life. Mm-hmm. And for anyone listening, like if you just notice what your posture is like right now, if you have good posture or bad posture, switch to the other. So if you have bad posture, you know, sit up straight. If you have good posture, slouch, and just notice the change that you feel. It's just like, it's day and night, the chemical, how the chemicals change in your body when you have good versus bad posture. So I really think if we do all these things for our health, you know, if you're eating salad and you're doing all these things to feel good, but you won't just make that small difference in your posture, you know, you're really missing out on everything. So for me, it was like, okay, it is time. And I've tried many times to have good posture, and it's such a hard thing to do because it's like, it's an unconscious act that's happening. It's something that you're not realizing that's happening. So then something like this is at least a reminder. So I don't know if it is fully going to cure it. I mean, I've been at it for a couple of weeks, but so far it's been an improvement for me.
Nice. That's good because what I read online, they said it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for you to like actually see or feel a difference in yourself. So I'm glad that the product is actually working and it's not like just scamming people. 200,000 people, you know.
200 people scammed.
That's still a lot. 200 people, you know. Yeah.
If you can help one person with posture, you know, or help one person with a problem, that's enough.
Yeah, definitely. So question number 3, from before using it and after using it, how has the Upright Go device helped your life?
Yeah, so it has 2 modes to it. One is called tracking, one's called training. And when you're doing the training, it's virtually like shock therapy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, like literally it's shock therapy. So you set your ideal posture and it gives you like a certain range of motion so you can slouch a little bit. But if you are underneath the threshold for too long, it gives like a little bzzz. So like, you know.
What if you're just like hunched over in like a ball? Like,
you're just like crying, like leave me alone.
Just balled in a corner. It's just going to be like,
literally, like, I'll be doing, like, feeding my cat or something, and it'll just be like, I'm like, fuck off, man, I'm trying to, you know, doing something. So it has that function, and it has the training, the tracking function. where it just like measures like an hour